Matter of fact, before we get started, I got a question for you, Mike.
Yes, sir.
So I got called bougie
Okay.
a couple of weeks ago
Okay.
because I order Evian water
Okay.
from Amazon.
You order like the case of you order like a case of it.
Yup,
Okay.
of the big joints.
Okay.
Does that make me bougie?
All right. Let me ask you this: do they sell those anywhere else, like in stores?
Not the big joints.
Okay. Who called you bougie?
Not these in the case.
Who was
The
the one that
wife.
called?
The wife did.
She said you bougie because you ordered. Yeah, that might be slightly on the bougie side, but you like what you like.
Right.
And did you get a good deal on it?
Yeah.
I don't see no problem in that.
Get these shits for like $15.
Per case?
Yeah.
How many come in the case?
12?
Yeah, you hit a lick. I
Yeah.
don't think that's bougie. I don't think that's bougie. I think
Thank
you
you.
smart, bro. You did that's smart shopping right there. She should appreciate that more. I think that needs to be appreciated more. I think
And cheese puffs are for kids.
it's not.
See,
It's not. It's
I
not.
brought these here
It's not.
I left these here for a reason,
Okay.
Mike. These are Gerber snacks for babies, little crunchies. As you see, they're puffs.
Okay.
They're puffs, Mike.
No.
Puffs are for kids.
Yo,
Why y'all grown as hell eating puffs?
my daughter eat puffs to this day. And if I'm hungry, if I got a craving for some
No, no,
hot
no.
chips,
See,
I'm eating them.
let me
I'm in on it.
rephrase it. Because if your kids got some shit, I understand.
Yeah. I wouldn't tell the wife when she goes to the grocery store,
To go
hey,
give me some puffs.
make sure you get them puffs for me.
That's
No,
what
no, no,
I'm
no, no,
talking
no, no,
about.
no, 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 no. But I'm eating them though.
That's what I'm talking about. Like if you go to the store, if you go to the corner store, and out of all the chips that's right there,
Yeah.
you get some flaming hot cheese puffs.
I might though. Look, I didn't go play. I didn't go touch you. It depends though. Oh, if I'm looking for a certain flaming hot,
Mike.
because obviously the flaming hot discussion, came about in the group yesterday. Shout out to I think who posted that? Vincent posted that.
Yeah,
In
my
the group?
cousin posted it.
Yeah. Shout out to him. He posted that in the group, and he's like, which three are you taking? And Puffs wasn't even up there, which was crazy.
He grown as hell, fam. He's
Which
about to
is
be
crazy.
41.
Which
He
is
about to be
crazy.
41 next month. Talking about some cheese puffs.
Now check this out. Cheese puffs.
Come on, fam.
I'm not. That's not like my first go-to chip. I'm not even flaming hot puffs. But they fire though. And if I'm looking for flaming hots and I know I want flaming hots, and
Can't
there's
do it.
like other flaming hots that I want, and I see flaming hot puffs, I'm grabbing them.
Those joints, and then the fact that they melt in your mouth, fam. Nah, I'm straight. I'm
Oh my
straight.
god, no, Joe.
Y'all got it.
Flavor Hot Puffs is top five all
Nah,
time, bro.
y'all
And
wild
Flaming
out
Hot
here, man.
Chips, G. That should have
Y'all
been on the
wild.
list.
Hot cheese doodles is the best
Ah,
hot chips of all time.
I would just straight give it the Flaming
Yellow
Hot.
and red bag, 25 cents I used to get for them joints
Of
with the
course,
Nesbit honey lemonade.
of course,
That honey
of course.
lemonade is one of the greatest pops ever.
I have no argument with them. I remember going to Maywood summer camp back when I was a shorty. That was one of the drinks that they used to sell at the concession stand. So
Man.
I already know all about that. But I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree when it comes to the Flaming Hots. I'm gonna go Flaming Hot Cheetos is the OG. That is the OG
But
original.
no, it's not the original.
Yeah, original, but that was the it's
It was
obviously the
flaming
most
hot cheese.
popular.
Go ahead.
That's the ones we used to get from the store. That's what ones we used to get on our way to school. We used to go to the candy store. We get the cheese on them and shit like that, bro.
Okay.
That's the go-to, bro. That's always gonna be the goat for me because it was most popular and it was they just taste the best to me. They just
Man, flaming hot, like flaming hots are good. Don't get me wrong, flaming hot Cheetos are dope.
Mhm.
The older ones are better though.
Okay.
Like these new flaming hots, I don't know what's
Yo,
up.
they put something on these motherfuckers, bro. Because
Yeah,
look, I can't eat them no more. Because when I do, I eat one bag, bro, and my heartburn just flare up like really badly, bro.
these new flaming hots,
It's
these new
something on these shits,
yo,
fam.
them joints that would came out like the early 90s, them
Yeah,
joints, the joints that the girls out west used to melt the bag to make it a keychain, flaming
yeah,
hots.
yeah. I know what you're talking about,
Them the ones, fam.
bro. It's
Them the
something on it.
ones. But
It's
they
something.
still number two. Them hot cheese doodles, man, with the yellow and red joint, the hot cheese doodles.
I'm not mad at that. I remember those. They're fire too. I remember.
Them joints is the OGs. And the underrated joints is the Evans hot corn chips.
Okay.
Them
Uh,
joints, them joints are severely underrated.
okay.
I think hot cheese doodles. I mean not hot cheese doodles. Excuse me, flaming hots. I think flaming hots are overrated. I always thought they was overrated. I was so mad when they stopped circulating the hot cheese doodles. I was pissed. I
What's
was
under
mad. I was upset.
what's underrated and needs to get more respect is hot country curls.
Oh, I mean from the crib.
I mean, obviously that's some Chicago shit,
Yeah,
but you know what I'm saying? That got to be brought up in the discussion
yeah,
of
yeah,
GOAT flaming hots.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's on there. But yeah, hot cheese doodles would be my number one. My number two would be the Evans hot cheese. I mean, excuse me, the Evans hot country the hot corn chips. Third would be hot crunchy curls,
okay.
and fourth would be flaming hots.
All right, don't front on puffs though, bro. Don't front on the puffs.
Puffs is for kids,
Flaming
fam.
hot puffs is fire.
It's big like that so kids could grip it so they can eat it. That's why they puffs.
I understand what you say.
You're
I
supposed
get
to graduate from puffs
it. To regular
to
flaming hot Cheetos.
regular chips.
Oh my god.
Puffs are for kids. If you are older than 13, puffs are done.
I don't even think back then they had. I think like flaming hot puffs.
Once
That
y'all
gotta be.
grown,
That's new. That's like newer. Because
once they figured out y'all grown asses is without there eating the puffs, it's like, yo, let's make some product for the adults. The grown ass adults is out here eating puffs.
puffs is fire, bro.
Y'all,
I'm riding.
yeah,
I'm riding with the puffs. If you eat flavor hot puffs, don't be ashamed. You're a
you
grown man. Don't
should.
be ashamed, bro.
You should.
Because I'm eating them.
Lead them shits to your 12-year-old kid, the flaming hot versions.
Well, let me just say, if I was a person that don't get heartburn easily, I would eat them. I get heartburn from eating something that's not even like hot. You know what I'm saying? That's bad for me right now. It's bad. I don't know. Yeah, Joe. I can eat a regular bag of Lay's, dog, and I get heartburn. That's like that shit crazy as hell. So when I like kind of like partake in my daughter's chips, like I get a bag just because I be like on some hungry shit, like munchies type shit, bro. My heartburn be out of there, Joe. I'm popping 2 Tums right after.
Man, I had heartburn, stomach, indigestion, diarrhea. That's
Fucking crazy, man. Fucking
diarrhea.
crazy. But if I was a flaming hot eater like consistently, yeah, I'm fucking with puffs.
When I used to get off the plane, first thing I used to have my sister have on deck. It'd be right there on the table on deck, hot country girls. I gotta have them.
Facts.
And then I remember I brought them back to DC and I was eating them in my office and stuff.
Niggas was like, what that is?
What the fuck is this? Like, yo, this some Chicago shit.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about this.
You got some. Bring some of them back then, nigga.
Yeah,
shit. Cause they got Uts.
Okay.
Like East Coast niggas got Utes or Uts, whatever that shit's called.
Right.
Utes or Uts or some shit. I used to see them shits in like Yankee highlights. Like UTZ. Now they here though.
Yeah.
But I used to see them shits on the East Coast only.
Okay.
But now it's like, nah. And then St. Louis got some shit too. I forgot. I had to ask Courtney what them shits is. But they got some other shit too. But yeah, I fuck that shit. They got to bring back hot cheese dudes, fam. Please.
I ain't mad at that.
Won't be mad at that again. That is the OG.
Okay. I ain't mad at that.
Some dude 118. Make sure you rate, like, subscribe, download wherever you get your podcast. Rate us a 5. Give us that fin or give us a 4 because it's just like being under the fin. Make sure you go ahead and get that merch. And I had a good conversation too, man.
Yeah.
I had a dope conversation about podcasting on Monday. I feel good that we're doing everything we're supposed to do, Mike.
Okay.
We're doing everything we're supposed to do, man. With both pods, this pod, First Black Champ. You know what I'm saying? So shouts out to the people from Edison Research. We was on that joint and learned a lot of stuff, met a lot of people, and all of those things. So we just gonna continue doing what we're doing. But again, I'm not playing with you. Hey man, go ahead and give us that 5 or that 4. Listen to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. We are at everywhere you can listen to a podcast, all your major joints. So go ahead and check us out there. Let's go ahead and get to it.
Please don't do a white man can't jump reboot. I always see that.
Oh, that's just done.
Everything it's already
not
shot.
done.
They shot it already.
No, it's not shot, but the paperwork is done. So yeah, they're doing that. What's his
Everything
name?
don't
Kenya
need
Barris.
to be rebooted.
Kenya Barris, who Blackish creator.
Yeah.
He is executive producing this joint.
Jack
Hallow.
Is it a movie or what? Is it a movie
or
is it?
Oh, it's a movie.
Oh God, bro. Who playing? Who playing Wesley, bro?
I don't know, but Jack Harlow's
playing Sidney.
I mean, I don't know if they're gonna play those specific roles. It's probably gonna be like 2 new roles.
So they gonna be Billy Hoyle. They gonna be a Billy Hoyle.
So it ain't gonna be Billy Hoyle, but you know, white man can't jump. You gotta have a white person.
Obviously.
And I don't know if you saw Jack Harlow hoop.
Yeah, I don't think he's good, right? I don't know. I haven't really seen him ball.
He hooped in them Revolt TV joints. The Revolt TV basketball league. Shouts out to Detavio. He hooped in that. He was in the All-Star celebrity game too.
Okay. So I didn't see that. I'm pretty sure he can get a couple basketball drills from Tyler Hero, you know what I'm saying? Hook him up, you know, he'll be good for on-camera scennes. We ain't got to see him do too much of nothing crazy.
I mean, he got his own Tyler Hero. So yeah, but he's gonna be in there. They haven't cast the black dude yet, but why do you not want this? Or why do you not want this remade? Tell me why.
White Man Can't Jump. Obviously, first of all, White Man Can't Jump is dear to my heart. That's like top 10 movies of all time.
Oh,
okay. For me.
Okay.
Top 10 movies of all time for me. So I just feel, and on top of that, I agree when people say that everything don't need a reboot. Everything like Bel Air. I love Bel Air though. I'm cool with it. We haven't even discussed Bel Air.
That's not a reboot though.
And it's not. It's
a reimagining.
Reimagining, reboot. I figured that's the same fucking thing, bro.
Nah. Reboot is
a reboot. Is a reboot and a remake the same thing?
See, reboot is basically them continuing the story and rebooting it. Like, so if they would have come out with another season of The Wire, you still got the same characters and all of that stuff mixed in with some new people, but the main characters are still the leads. Like, that's a reboot.
Okay.
Like, this is a reimagining of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So, like, you know,
right.
The storylines are different, but they
Absolutely.
bring some of the storylines, you know, over. But they reimagining these joints and it's not a comedy.
Yeah,
this is a drama. This is definitely a drama.
Absolutely. And I feel like, to my point, we didn't need that, but see, nobody asked for it.
I hate when people say we didn't need that. What the fuck do we? What the fuck do we need when we watch TV?
I like new shit. I don't need to go back.
This is new.
It is new.
This is a whole totally you.
And
this is a whole the only thing that's changed. I mean, only thing that's the same is like the actual character names, but ain't nothing the same. Nothing the same.
But if you can't reboot a movie with different people. So with Jack Harlow. So I'm saying with Jack Harlow, if we rebooting it, that means you're continuing the White Man Can't Jump story, or you're re-imaging it.
They're doing a different version of it.
They re-imaging it with like a different.
They're not doing like for example, nobody asked for the honeymooners.
True.
But we got the motherfucking honeymooners with Cedric the Entertainer in the Jackie Gleason role and Mike Epps in the Art Carney role.
True that.
Yeah, and they were black.
So I'm gonna watch this shit, Joe. I just ain't interested. Why y'all gotta touch this?
No, I'll tell you this. I'm interested in any sports movie.
Okay.
Like Scarface was a remake. We watched that motherfucker, didn't we?
Yeah.
Bingo. Like People don't be realizing some of your favorite movies are remakes or reimagined versions of some movie from long before.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I don't trip. Like sometimes you watch a movie and then they'd be like, this movie was based on, and then you be like, oh shit, be some shit from like the 70s or 60s or 50s and some shit that I ain't never seen before, but they put a new spin on it and all of a sudden this movie is dope.
All right, well, at least get a real actor in here. Jack Harlow ain't never acted a day in his life. How can I take this seriously? How can I take this seriously?
Mike, do we really? Mike, I see you nitpicking.
I mean, I'm nitpicking because they fucking with one of my.
Like, all I'm at, because I'm about to ask you something. Like Woody Harrelson,
he's a good actor.
Wait a minute, no. Wait a minute. Woody Harrelson was known for Cheers.
Okay.
And Wildcats, G. Before White Man Can't Jump.
Yeah.
He was a dummy on Cheers. And he was a dummy wide receiver on Wildcats. And he was a dumbass basketball player betting his life away on White Man Can't Jump.
Yes, sir.
We was not looking for dramatic movie roles from that man.
Right. I'm just picking at it.
Until he made one. No, there's somebody who's gonna say that shit and really be serious.
I'm nitpicking. Like,
somebody gonna say that shit. Somebody gonna say that shit and they gonna be really serious. And you're gonna be looking at them like, hey Joe, I was joking around. Are you serious? No, man, I want a real actor. Like,
no, it's all good. It's all good.
Like, name the white person who you would rather see as Billy Hall.
Who's some emerging white actors right now? I'm not even familiar with any white actors.
Thank you. We ain't familiar with that. That's what I'm talking about.
So,
like, some dude from the Disney Channel who grown now.
Yeah, so it's all good.
Why don't you be the white guy?
Look, I say all that to say this: just don't fuck it up, Jack.
But you know what though? Here's where I'm interested at, Mike. And this is a real conversation. Get a little bit serious.
Yeah.
Can you make a White Man Can't Jump now? See, there's some movies that I just feel, even as tame as it was in the early 90s, it would be hard pressed to make that movie because of cancel culture.
Okay.
Like, I can see a lot of white people being mad now, being mad at White Man Can't Jump because you're perpetuating the stereotype that white people can't do shit. Right? Like, because it's funny, when the Super Bowl was coming up, right? One of the things that they were talking about heavy was Cooper Kupp, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that Cooper Kupp is white, playing a position that's been dominated by black people since the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mind that Steve Largent had all of the wide receiver records,
right?
Like before he retired, and Jerry Rice broke all them joints, and some of the old wide receivers back in the day. Cooper Kupp out here, and it's like, yo, this white boy, he gotta have some black in him.
And niggas don't like that shit because they don't even be wanting to put Cooper Kupp in the top 5 conversation when he definitely a top 5 receiver. But they come up with every reason why he not a top 5 receiver because
he white.
Because that's the reason why he's white. But they try to make excuses of like, oh, he's not athletic enough, or he don't make.
I say reverse racism?
It's fucked up.
It's fucked up. I'm being serious right now, Mike. Like, think about it like Tyler Hero.
Yeah.
He got to have some swag to him.
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey is
he one of the best. With no injuries, he one of the best running backs,
bruh,
in the NFL.
Let's keep it a buck. Christian McCaffrey is the best white running back that I've seen. Now, John Riggins and some other, there's a lot of other white running back. No.
Mm-mm.
I wasn't around for all of them. I was around for Mike Allstott, who was a fullback, Peyton Hillis, who had like 1.5 good seasons and then disappeared and was on a Madden cover, and Christian McCaffrey. and they're white.
Yeah.
He's the best white running back I've ever seen. And people don't be wanting to give my man credit, not because he's injury prone, because he's white. Dare I say reverse racism?
So you interested to see how this movie gonna play
I'm
out?
interested in how this movie gonna play out because clearly the play on white people, like on white men can't jump, was not just the fact that he couldn't dunk a basketball. That was a microcosm.
Mm-hmm.
That was a small bit of stories. The man was engaging in fornication with Rosie Perez, who blessed us in that movie a couple of times.
Facts.
And so it was a white person, Hispanic person, black person. The white person was swindling black folks because black folks was looking at the white dudes like, buddy a lame, he can't hoop. And then he out here hitting your ass with the Bill Lambier shot.
Yeah.
I was just
about to say the movie really not even pressured around him being able to dunk. Obviously, that was brought up in the movie, but it was more so just stereotyping white people as in they can't play basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't hoop. They can't hoop out here with us.
He was hustling people and out here hustling himself.
Yeah.
At the same
time. And then he felt like he needed to prove that he can dunk.
Bingo.
So,
he had to overprove what he could do on the basketball court because he was white.
Yeah.
So I am interested in 2022, 2023. How does a story like that go off? I think we've seen plenty of white people since then. Who's been a white person won the dunking contest since then?
Mm-hmm.
Brent Barry. I'm interested to see how this goes because, again, if I'm a white dude, I'm looking at this like, fam, we've getting over, just like the black quarterback. We're getting over the stereotype, fam.
Yeah.
We could dunk.
Yeah.
We could dunk.
But are we getting over the stereotype where hoopers, like white people, can hoop?
No, we're not really. Because here's the...
Because you look at the NBA right now. Who's the premier white boy in the NBA that can? That's cold. That's cold.
You know, I'm about to sound crazy. Somebody's gonna listen to this podcast early, and be like, "Bang, you sound crazy." I don't count Luka Doncic in that. I don't count no European basketball player in that.
Okay.
When I think of this, I think of U.S. Americans.
Tyler Hero type hoopers, bro.
Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson,
yeah.
Kevin Love,
yeah.
I think of them. I don't think of, because it's easy to say Luka, but Luka from like Germany, or some shit, Austria, or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's overseas. Overseas, it ain't a whole bunch of black people on the court.
Mm-hmm.
We got to fly in when we don't make it in college to the NBA, after college to the NBA. So then we out there hooping in like Ukraine.
Yeah.
God bless the people in Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. So I don't count them because they hooping against themselves overseas.
Okay.
Like you look at the Russian teams, the Slovakian team. Ain't no black people on the Slovakian team. Yeah. Remember during the Olympics last year, we was like, yo, Carmelo Anthony should try out for the Puerto Rican team.
Because he got that in his blood. You know what I'm saying? He could technically go over there and hoop. You know
how many black folks with Russian blood about to go over there and play for Russia? Like, it's not good enough.
Yeah.
No, for Germany or some stuff like that. Like,
but I feel you though. Luka ain't that premier white. So who is it? So this movie, this is still relevant to this day that we actually don't have premier white people that can play basketball. We know some can hoop, but who cold?
Right.
Who cold? And so, now that we're going along having this conversation, yes, it's going to be interesting to see. But obviously they're going to be re-imaging a classic movie. So I just, when I look at certain classics and shit like that, I love classics to stay classics. And I feel like when you re-image something, you're going to taint the classic. Don't taint it, you know what I'm saying? Because you...
So what give us the top 5 movies from you that they should not touch. Don't remake these movies.
Juice.
Give me 5.
Didn't they say something about a remake of Juice?
They were talking about it.
See, that's the bullshit.
And I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't mind them remaking Juice because that story could be told in different ways.
But don't call it Juice.
Yeah, you gotta call it Juice.
Fuck that. Juice.
But this your list. My bad.
Juice.
My apologies.
White Men Can't Jump would be on there. I mean, they touched Space Jam, so I can't really say anything about that. I mean,
yeah. So you said White Men Can't Jump, Juice. What else?
Like don't touch like Boys in the Hood. Don't touch Menace to Society.
So White Men Can't Jump, Boys in the Hood, Juice, Menace to So hood movies.
Don't touch the hood movies, bro. It's in 5. Let me see. I'm trying to think of one more movie that you probably just shouldn't fuck with. I can't think of another one off the top. Maybe don't touch New Jack City. Don't do nothing like that.
I'm with you on that.
No, I think that would be that's the movie I can think of off top.
They're talking about that too.
New Jack City?
Yeah.
Why?
They're talking about that too.
I understand. That's the 5 movies I can think off the top of my head to not touch.
See, I don't really trip at remakes because Cass was tripping about the Wonder Years remake.
Right. Like, don't touch Friday. Why would you try to re-image Friday? Why would you try
you can't. That's a movie that you can't re-image.
Shit. 15 years later, you would be surprised.
No. Ice Cube would have to be involved in that.
Absolutely.
Like that. So you have to tell, and Ice Cube trying to make one more.
Yeah.
So, man, I agree with you. Boys in the Hood and Menace to Society don't remake.
Don't fuck with them, bro.
I'll put that as like 1A and 1B. Don't touch those movies. I'm
off. Don't
Boomerang.
There you go.
Don't touch Boomerang.
Don't do that.
Boomerang to me
is
perfect.
Don't fuck with Life neither. Boomerang is perfect. Don't fuck with Life.
I don't give a fuck with Life. Don't touch
Life.
Boomerang. Don't touch Boomerang.
Okay.
So I put 1A and 1B for Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood. Number 2 would be Boomerang. Number 3, School Days. Oh, especially now.
Don't touch Spike Lee movies, bro.
Don't touch School Days. Because a motherfucker would be, oh man, let's go remake a movie with black kids in college, the HBCU experience.
But check this out though. That'd be a movie though. That'd be something that would probably get re-imaged though. Rebooted.
I know that's why I said don't.
Don't do it, but that would be one of the movies that motherfuckers try to redo though.
Like Spike Lee, don't do it. Leave it alone. So that's 3. Number 4. Bad Boys.
Facts.
In Rush Hour.
But I guarantee you're going to see one of those.
They tried to do that shit with the TV show. Shit didn't work.
Oh, who was in that? Who was in the Rush Hour joint?
The shit is low-key racist. So you can't do it. So that would be my number 4.
Wait, which one you talking about? They rebooted.
They did a Rush Hour TV show. That shit was like 3 episodes.
Okay. Didn't they do something with Bad Boys that had Gabrielle Union or something like that? Like
they
rebooted her part or something?
It was her character.
Yeah,
it wasn't necessarily Bad Boys, but it was her character.
It's like a spinoff. It was a spinoff.
A spinoff. I'm cool with spinoffs.
Yeah.
But nah, we good. So Bad Boys, Rush Hour, put them in the same bucket. Don't touch those.
Okay.
So that's 4. And number 5. Number 5. Over the Top. Don't touch Over the Top, fam.
Okay.
Don't touch it. Now, give me 5 movies that you would not mind a remake. Like, y'all can touch this shit.
You know what? Another movie. I'm gonna put another movie on here that I know that you know what they could probably do this. I would like to see a re-imaging of Clueless. Give me a modern day Clueless.
I'm with you.
Give me a modern day Clueless. I'll take that. Even though Clueless is one of my favorite movies, like I would take that. I would take that. We could do like you know what? Y'all could reboot the white shit. Reboot, Bring It On. I like to see a re-imaging of Bring It On.
Because they would have to, because the re-imaging of Bring It On to me is needed.
Mm-hmm.
based off of everything we've heard Gabrielle Union say lately
Yeah.
about the filming of it and everything,
Mm-hmm.
and how they did the trailer so more black people. I think they are old. We are old of reimaging a reboot of Bring It On done correctly this time.
Yeah. Even though with the storyline, it was showing that white people was stealing from us. So I love that, you know what I'm saying? But I don't mind that. Clueless, like a Bring It On, like them white joints that we love, you know what I'm saying? I do not mind seeing reboots of those.
I'm
I ain't
with
mad at
that.
that. I ain't mad at that. Let me see if I could think of another one that y'all might could fuck with. I think they did. They like even with the Charlie's Angels. You know what? Which got Charlie's Angels came on TV the other day, right? So
Yeah.
it was on TV. So I told my wife, I was like, you seen Charlie's Angels? I'm talking about the original one. I'm talking about the one
You
with
talking
Cameron
about the
Diaz.
70s?
I'm talking about I'm
Fred
talking about
Fawcett?
no. I ain't even talking about that one. I'm talking about the one the one that came out with Cameron Diaz. That wasn't even the original one. So I'm thinking, I think they redid Charlie's Angels like 3-4 times.
Yeah.
Like 3-4 times. But then I turned to it and I was like, nah, this ain't the one I know. I was like, this ain't the one I know. This is the one that they just came out with like 2 years ago.
Yeah, they did it with old girl that was in the vampire joints.
Yeah. I didn't even know that they had redid that shit.
I forgot her name, but she's Princess Diana in this new joint. But yeah, they did. They had high hopes too.
That shit, I think that shit had to tank, bro, because I don't even remember.
It did. It tanked.
But I mean, at the end of the day, bro, if y'all gonna fuck with the movies, fuck with them. Obviously, you know what I'm saying, certain joints get rebooted anyway. Obviously, the superhero movies always gonna get like re-imaging, reboots. Yeah. Obviously,
you got any more? Because I wanted to see Batman today. I'm gonna have to wait till Marion get back, so I'm probably gonna go see that joint next Friday.
I'm definitely
but everybody,
hyped about that.
I've seen reviews for people who've seen it, and they said that that's the best Batman movie ever.
Better than The Dark Knight.
Woo! Yeah, better than The Dark Knight. All right, for me, The Running Man is number one. I want to see a reboot, a remake of The Running Man. I think now because also when you think about it, like all of those movies back in the 80s and shit are now.
Yeah.
So before I go on though, what was another one?
I got another one. Cool Runnings. Let me get a remake of a Jamaican bobsled team.
They did go back to,
or give me something like a sport that black people wouldn't normally participate in when it comes to the Olympics. It ain't even got to be Winter Olympics. They can go to the Summer Olympics.
Hey, they do need what's that shit when they be with the shit? They push the shit down and they be scrubbing the ice.
What is that?
What's that shit? They be scrubbing the ice in the Olympics.
I don't know that sport.
You do know that sport, Mike.
I don't know that one.
You do know that sport. You knew that.
I probably know. I don't know the name of it though. I don't know the name of it. I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the name of it though.
Like they be sweeping the ice and shit.
That's a Winter Olympic sport.
Yeah.
I don't know if I know that one, bang.
I gotta see goddamn shit, man.
Give me something like that though. Get a black cast and get them in there doing
curling. Yes.
Okay.
Curling, fam. They need a movie of two black people who probably janitors. I'm giving y'all a joint. Two black people that are janitors.
Why they gotta be janitors though?
Because curling is like they sweeping and shit, fam. You ain't never seen curling?
I gotta look at this
Mike.
up.
Mike, you've seen curling, G. Curling is one of the most Curling is one of the most popular ice hockey sports. I mean, Winter Olympic sports. Period.
Uh-huh.
So if you look at curling, it's like they sweeping.
Uh-huh.
They trying to get some shit off the ground, and the movie should have some black like two janitors. They black. And they be talking shit, janitor and all that shit. And a white guy from the school see them sweeping and shit like, hey, you want to go to the Winter Olympics? And then they be teaching them how to the shit and that thing. And they two niggas is be at the damn Olympics curling. And they win the gold.
I wouldn't be mad at that. I don't know about that sport. I don't know about that sport necessarily. I would probably use that sport.
Curling is one of the most popular Winter Olympics outside of figure skating and all of that. And 2, it's funny. Like, it's hilarious because they push the thing down and then the other person be up in front of it, and then they be hitting that joint. Because you got to try to keep it moving so it knock all the other stuff, like knock the person. It's like, what's that? It's like, when you playing the little diamonds or rocks and shit, and you be trying to knock the other person rock out.
Yeah,
But it's like that.
Okay.
But just with something bigger. You gotta hit that joint. Telling you, fam, a movie around that would be like your Cool Runnings idea.
Yeah.
Because it's Jamaicans in the Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
A Cool Runnings version of curling would be so dope and funny. And they gotta be janitors, G.
Oh my God.
They gotta be janitors because what you doing all day long
consists of that type of work.
Yeah. So now it's
that's fucked up, bro.
I'm telling you, it's gotta be 2 janitors, G.
That's
It'll
fucked
be
up.
hilarious.
Because you're not giving actual athletes a chance. You going to, it's kind of like you're making a mockery of janitors almost, bro. Like,
no, you're not. You're not, because if
at the end of the day, these are still athletes.
Watch, fam. I don't know if I want to call a curling person an athlete.
So you pretty much said, so you're saying that these athletes, quote unquote athletes, that participate in the Winter Olympics and they do that sport, that you don't have to actually be athletic to do it.
I ain't never did curling a day in my life.
So you saying that a janitor can win a gold medal?
Fam, look at curling. That's the funny part about it, fam. That's the funny part about it. Because if you look at curling, it's like you sweeping. It's like you getting some gum off of the floor. Kenan Thompson, Chris Redd, do a movie about 2 black dudes who are janitors at a high school, and the high school gym teacher like, look, I can send y'all marks to the Olympics right now. And they end up and they see the curling joint, and they're like, man, what the hell is this shit? And next thing you know, they at the Olympics going up against Germany and Italy and Norway and Sweden and all of these major curling countries. And they up in there. They black dudes.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Right now, bro. I'm looking at this shit right now, fam.
What's up?
Did you have another movie that you wanted to?
Running Man. The Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger can be remade. A movie that could be remade now. Highlander.
Okay.
Highlander.
Okay.
Even though I ain't like none of them joints, but nowadays with the special effects and stuff, that could be remade. He-Man, the Masters of the Universe is number 3. They need to remake that joint. The Monster Squad is number 4. I would love to see a remake of the Monster Squad with a new cast. And number 5, I know people gonna look at me crazy when I say this, but Goonies. Goonies would be number 5. Now, so you look at curling.
What am I watching right now?
That's curling. The sounds of things. They up in a joint with the get that joint, they hitting it. No contact yet. No contact. Bruh. Yes, bro. Imagine 2 black dudes sitting up there yelling at the joint and everything. Yes.
Anybody that's watching right now.
Imagine 2 black dudes, G. Imagine 2 black dudes doing that. Get it.
What the fuck?
Get it.
Oh my God.
China, I'm telling you. See, the joint is the broom. I'm telling you. 2 black, Kenan Thompson, Chris Redd, shout out to Chris Redd, Chief Dollar. NBC got the Olympics. It's perfect, G. It's the new version of Cool Runnings, except it ain't no bobsledding. Y'all are 2 janitors. Y'all are 2 janitors that work at a high school or college. Either way it go, whoever is the white sports guy's like, hey, they see y'all doing the joint. And he like, and he used to be a curler himself. And he probably like down and out. He probably like a drunk. Drink heavy and ain't got nothing to do because he lost the gold medal in the 1984 Winter Olympics. And he like, man,
This will
And he
definitely
see them.
shine a light on curling.
He see them, and he like, you know what? I can take y'all to the Olympics.
Interesting.
And then that ain't like all you got to do is do what you do for work. Do it on the ice. Then they can have their 2 wives and girlfriends yelling at them.
Crazy.
What you mean curling? You talking about my hair? No, baby. I'm going to the Olympics. We're going to Munich.
Oh my God.
Going to Munich. I'm telling you. Shit would be funny. Boom. So
I ain't mad at it.
Hey man. Some do pod, man. Let's go ahead and move on to Mike. Do you watch Euphoria?
I haven't gotten to Euphoria yet.
Mike.
I'm gonna let you speak your shit on it though, but I ain't got to it yet. That's on the list. That's next.
You got to stop lacking, fam.
I'm behind on every fucking thing right now, bro. I'm watching you right now. I'm watching that right now.
Mike, you behind, fam.
Euphoria is next, though. I'm watching Euphoria next.
I know some mixed react. See, let me rephrase this. When people say that there's mixed reaction to like series finales, to me, that's the best reaction.
Of course.
To me, mixed reaction is the best reaction to certain things because you want characters to go in one direction or you want them to go in the other. And if it doesn't reach the way you want to reach it, you get upset because that shows that you're deeply invested in said character. I'm not saying all the time. I'm saying the majority of the time for me, when somebody says there's a mixed reaction, that's the thought process that happens for me. That they are very interested in these characters and all of that. With that being said, them final 2 episodes of this season of Euphoria is some of my favorite in television history.
Okay.
The only thing, and it's crazy, the only time I've ever gotten goosebumps or got emotional at a finale is when Opie died on Sons of Anarchy. Season 5, episode 3. That's the only time that I've ever gotten like, damn, fuck. And that one I got emotional. Niggas, we cried in the house for OPG. Mm-hmm. And I had told you when you start getting up, I was like, hey, when somebody die, you gonna be hurt.
Yep.
And you didn't believe us.
Nah, I believed y'all. I believed it. I still, matter of fact, one of those Sons of Anarchy posts that I made when I used to tag all y'all. Shout out to you, Nia, Levi. I used to tag all y'all because because y'all were the ones that was telling me to get up on Sons of Anarchy. And when I was like, anytime like some shit pop up, I always tag y'all. And I remember I tagged y'all when Opie died, and I was like, yo, fuck niggas.
Yeah, I hated black people for 2 weeks. Hated black folks for 2 weeks.
But I haven't got into Euphoria yet. I will get into Euphoria. Obviously, I get on a lot of shows late. I be late to the party on certain shit. So
those two. So basically, one of the characters basically took the lives of the core group and made a play out of it.
Okay.
And it was basically true to form. But that right there in itself was dope, and it was great. But of course, we hate people. We hate seeing people die that we mess with as characters. And when my man Ashtray, from what it looks like, was killed by the police after having a shootout with the police, he's definitely the youngest man in television history to have a shootout with the police, I think. I don't think there's ever been a character that young having a shootout such as that with the police.
Okay.
My man had all the assault rifles going up against SWAT.
They show like that, huh? Don't even. It's okay. When me and the wife finish watching you, I'm gonna get to Euphoria.
But I literally had chills, G. Mm-hmm. Like I went upstairs to Miriam, was like, "Look, feel my arm." She was like, "Damn, nigga, the fuck you was doing down there?" It's like, fam, that joint really like.
Is she watching it with you? She not watching the show with you?
She watched a couple of episodes with me.
See, you different than me, bro. I always try to include my wife in
no,
shows that I watch.
Women, no, no.
If I watch it by myself, I'll be finished. But I like to
Nah.
include her in the shows too.
Let me be clear.
Yeah.
There's certain shows that Miriam just ain't watching.
Okay, so you know. Okay.
I know, and there's some parts of Euphoria that she ain't watching
Okay.
because it's depressing to her. Like the episode where Rue, who's played by Zendaya, became the best crackhead ever.
Okay.
Like she became the best drug addict
In TV
in
history?
TV history for
TV
me.
movie history or TV history?
TV history, Jack.
Better than Bubs?
Man, better than Bubs. See, people was asking me that. Nah, see, Bubs was kind of a bitch. People don't want to.
Shout out to The Wire, which I just finished season 2. Just finished,
Yeah,
finished just like rewatching it just out of nowhere. I always go back to that show. But go ahead.
Yeah, people don't want to admit it, but Bubs kind of was a bitch.
Explain. I gotta get an understanding of what you're saying right now.
Bubs was a pushover. He was really a crackhead pushover.
Okay.
Simple. He was a pushover. Rue ain't no pushover. She fighting her mom over a bag of drugs and shit. She cussing and yelling at everybody. She ride a bike. If you live in Maywood, you know about the clucks and bikes.
Okay.
She a cluck on the 12 speed every day.
Why I gotta be at Maywood though?
I mean, because I didn't see it out west. They just walked. I've seen many of overdoses in my day, fam.
Y'all
I ain't
hear
seen
this?
none of them on the bike.
Y'all see how bad? No, I'm just messing with you. Go ahead.
No, I'm dead serious. I saw a man OD right across the street from my crib, and the next day ended up at the same spot to do more drugs. Like, damn, this nigga still alive? Shit. He wasn't on no bike. I see them run. Like, look, Mike, I'm older than you. Mm-hmm. I remember seeing drugs in the 80s.
Okay.
I remember 88. All right? From 88 to when I moved off of Iowa and Lawless, so what, 91? Bruh, I lived on 5017 West Iowa. Mm-hmm. So it's Lawler and Laverne, right? And then in the apartment building is right there in the middle. It's an alley. Then it's another apartment building. Then it's Laverne. Yeah. Fam, in that alley, the drug dealers used to come. We used to play baseball in the alley. Mm-hmm. Drug dealers would come and be like, hey, y'all go to the porch. We're about to go ahead and work. We knew what that was. Gee, it would be a line from the middle of that alley to Augusta. Mm-hmm. So that's about 4, well, depending on where you go, it's like 3 blocks. Yep. Long blocks. well, one long block, but in some cases it might be like 2 blocks. Either way it go, it would be a line from there to Augusta of crackheads. Mm-hmm. Well, none of them on a bike. I didn't see crackheads on the bike until I went to Maywood. It's like, oh, y'all move around. Y'all get around. Y'all resourceful. The crackheads that I've seen out west, they wasn't necessarily resourceful. Okay. They just used to drag their ass to the alley. Mm-hmm. Say that to say this. Rue was running. She was riding bikes. She broke in a house that day. She told on her friends so she could slip out the house. It was the greatest night of being a drug addict of all time. You only get that on Euphoria. Bubs, you didn't have the one or two episodes where the spotlight was put on Bubs as a crackhead is when they had Amsterdam and his man's OD. Yeah. And then he tried to get clean.
Mm-hmm. A few times.
even when she tried to get clean, matter of fact, that was an intervention. They had an intervention with her. And that's how all that shit popped off. Okay. Like, yo, Rue is the greatest crackhead. Rue is the greatest drug addict since Gator on New Jack City. The only thing she don't do is give you a dance.
Okay.
Like the girls on like the whole shit wild. Like and then plus I went to Lance Township for a year. All right. I think if you black and went to a white high school at some point in your life, this show is hilarious.
Okay.
Because you see certain characters in those white people.
Okay.
So I mess with Euphoria and mad that we're not gonna get a new season of Euphoria until 2024.
Why so long?
I mean, it's 2022 now, Mike.
Well, yeah, I guess that makes sense then.
Yeah. I just don't want to wait
that long. You know what? I'm tripping. Well, it's the beginning of 2022, so
yeah, we in March. We in
2024 seems so far away, bro.
We're about to. I mean, especially when there's a war going on. Like, man, we gonna make it.
Yeah,
we gonna make it. But yeah, like that show to me is one. Hey, you don't get no better than drug addicts than that, and
okay.
and girls whipping each other's ass, and the boy who daddy gay. He gay too. He don't want to admit it. Yeah, you gotta look. The only thing once you get past the full frontal male nudity, you straight.
Yeah, I've heard plenty of that.
Yeah,
it's all good.
It's I mean, it's too. It was too much.
It was almost, excessive. Like
and
that?
one episode is excessive. And I was like, man, if I missed the backstory here, I've missed it. Straight. What the fuck going on? But yeah, man, my man Ash died. Or may possibly dead. My man Fez got shot. He couldn't go to the play. He couldn't go to Lexi play. That was messed up in that thing. It was definitely a top-notch joint. Definitely make sure that y'all be watching Euphoria. And Zendaya deserves all the awards. I would give Zendaya an Oscar if this was a movie. That's how great she's been in that joint. Okay. And speaking of movies, I know y'all waited long enough. Because I know y'all wanted to get our thoughts on it. Episode 3 of the trilogy of Genius dropped on Wednesday. And this one, the last episode really detailed, I don't know if you want to call it a falling out, but definitely a separation between Cootie and Kanye, and which enabled Cootie to focus on his family life and with Cheeky, to get some projects out. They did the Ben Wilson doc, the Stefan Marbury documentary, and that Ben Wilson doc. There's another thing of TV that made me emotional. Like fuck, motherfucker, Ben Wilson supposed to be cold. Look what happened.
You talking about the 30 for 30?
Yeah, they did.
They shot that. They shot that.
Yeah, that was theirs.
Okay, fire.
What was your thoughts on episode 3?
First of all, let me say shout out to Cootie, shout out to Cheeky, shout out to Kanye, shout out to Netflix. I made the doc. I'm on there. I ain't on there necessarily. I ain't on there, but I'm in there. So they got the.
Wait a minute, what?
I'm in the documentary. Shout out to me and my nigga Mike Ware, aka Lil Rock. We made the doc, nigga.
Whoa! What I missed?
When they showcased the iFest, when Ye came out for the Common iFest, yeah. I was there. We were there. I'm just saying, nigga. When you put the camera out in the crowd, nigga, I'm in the crowd.
You motherfucker. I'm thinking like it's some shit like GTI.
No. I ain't got no like a credit on there, nothing like that.
You motherfucker, man.
We were there. When I saw that, I was like, oh shit. I was like, nigga, we was there. When Ye came out and performed at the iFest, which I don't understand why Common doesn't do that, he hasn't done any more of those.
I will say this.
We did that one year, but it was
and I will say this. A shouts out to my girl Chinchilla Meek, man. She told me, that it's expensive to do festivals. It's very expensive, so that's one of the reasons why, like security and it's a lot that goes into it. So
yeah, but it looked promising, and it looked like something that would, go on as, years, like, how we got like Hyde Park Fest and we got Lollapalooza, and Pitchfork and all this shit like that. I just thought that would just been another one of the premier Chicago festivals hosted by one of the most premier, Chicago musicians in Common. So I
with you on that.
It looked like something that was like promising for the future. So, but I'm very happy that I was able to attend that, and it was dope to see that being showcased. And at that moment, that was one of the moments when Cootie and Ye linked back up. It was like that time span that
And
where
it
we didn't
was
get.
and Common is the person who did that because he was filming behind the
Yeah,
scenes stuff for Common. So
but yeah, overall though, part three definitely was a more tougher watch than the first two
man,
when you dealing with Kanye's mom's death. Dr. Donda West, rest in peace to her. You see, just from the first two episodes, you really see how pivotal she was in his life and how she was his biggest fan. And it was just like when she spoke, when she talked, and she showed so much interest in everything that Kanye was doing, it was just beautiful to see, man. Like it was
yeah,
really dope. And so, like, literally, like, you kicking it off, that third episode pretty much is like hit right there. Like they showed, they but they showed like the work that they was doing for her foundation when they was at the House of Blues, and right before the graduation album dropped, and he answered all the questions for the kids and everything like that, and then boom, like right after that, she's dead. It was just like it just happened so fast, bro. So that was very tough to watch, and then we get the time span of where Cootie and Kanye disconnect, and then they reconnect, and then you get to around the time frame where Kanye put out the Kids See Ghost album with Kid Cudi, and then right around the time like with COVID hit, and he's running for president and all that stuff like that. Like these are the moments right here, like where you see Kanye at his most vulnerable moments, like when he's dealing with bipolar, depression, and all of this shit like that.
yeah.
And it was like crazy to see like all of this stuff being shot. And I think this is just my guess. I think when Kanye made that post and he said that he wanted to be in the editing room to get last, like, what I'm saying, last looks at this shit, I think he might have been like wanting to get a look at that. Like, I think he might have like been maybe
Oh hell yeah!
insecure about those, like
But
all that
even
footage
more
being
than
put out
but
because
but even more than that, Mike, it was interesting to see Cootie take the camera down and turn it off at certain moments.
at certain moments when he was having a discussion with all the motherfuckers, so like I think it looked like to me when I'm watching it, when Kanye was talking about certain things, it's kind of like he was just like talking in circles at certain moments. And I think he
Oh
just
yeah.
kind of was like off topic, and he just literally just started talking about other shit that just didn't have anything to do with the original conversation, bro. And it was sad, bro. It was sad.
But again, part of that is health and well being,
Yeah.
and like I want to commend Cootie for taking the camera down at
Mm-hmm.
some moments.
Yeah.
Because if it was, man, let's be real, if it was some just normal documentarian who's there, they not taking that camera down.
Mm-hmm.
They not like we've been in so many places in this business with and without cameras where people like, oh no, keep watching this, or keep the camera on, or keep doing this, keep doing that. And in some cases, it's like, okay, because you get the scoop. This one right here, you talking about health and well-being. And that's why I bring up this article that Vice had reviewed the documentary, and I know Buddy Ass who wrote this article is probably black.
Mm-hmm.
And the I'm gonna read the caption, right? The caption on the post. It said the documentary fails to reckon with the rapper's obsession with whiteness or how that changed the course of his career.
Okay.
And I was like, wait, what? Before I go on, right? This documentary wasn't your normal doc, right? This wasn't like it was people it wasn't like footage combined with one-on-one interviews
Mm-hmm.
with people to discuss moments, people, places, things, or whatever. This is literally Cootie Simmons having a camera and just having it up and them taking that and him narrating it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like Don C or John Monopoly or Happy,
Mm-hmm.
or anybody that that's sitting down and talking about these moments. This is literally him documenting, showing all of the things that he documenting and narrating about how he thought Kanye was going to be the biggest star in the world. So he's like, let's do this, do that. Then the rise of Kanye and the split, so to speak. Because I'm gonna tell you a part that got me, and that it hit me to the core.
Mm-hmm.
But the split between the two, but then how he started doing this while Kanye was starting to do that, but then getting back with Kanye and you seeing these things in the press, but then you getting with somebody and it's like, oh shit, it's deeper than rap. So when I saw the Netflix documentary is affecting, but it doesn't reckon with the rapper's obsession with whiteness or how that changed it, and in the first sentences, I first realized Kanye West was obsessed with whiteness during his Yeezus rollout, during trips to radio shows and on YouTube. West went on the attack, punching up at the fashion industry because of perceived classism against fashion, his fashion ideas and designs. I am Warhol, he told Sway in the 2013 interview. I am the number one most impactful artist of our generation. I am Shakespeare in the flesh. A month later on Jimmy Kimmel Live, he listed his heroes as Steve Jobs, Walt Disney, Howard Hughes, David Stern, Michelangelo. He would repeat those names constantly. Do you not realize, basically off of what we see in the documentary, that Buddy ass is off? He's off. And the people that he named are people who at one point in time was considered what? Off. Had issues. Had it in balance. So you watch the documentary and your first thought was, damn, they didn't talk about Kanye's obsession with being white. Where was they supposed to do it at? When it was not a sit down type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
Cootie got back with this man in the way that the documentary was shown. Cootie got back with this man after he started saying these things, but it was by chance. And he was like, yo, come do this. And the great thing about the Kanye joint is, as you see, he always keep the homies around.
Yeah.
The homies are black.
Mm-hmm.
You barely saw a white person in the doc, other than like if he was talking to them on some business shit.
Mm-hmm.
But the majority of the people that you saw was his homies.
If any white people were around, they was like you said, on some business shit, or they was producers, engineers, or some shit like that.
Right, that shit like that. So does he have an obsession? I don't think this man has an obsession with white specific.
Mm-hmm.
He has an obsession of where he is in the classism structure.
Yeah.
Which just so happens to be where the white people at.
Facts. Yep.
And the people that he kept naming are people that people at one point considered crazy or off or weirdo. Like when you heard these names, like people was looking at Warhol crazy with his art. But it turned out to be some of the dopest art ever.
Yeah.
Steve Jobs. Oh, what is y'all doing with this Apple shit? Walt Disney. Oh, you a weirdo with the kids. Howard Hughes. We all know that story. David Stern is the only one that I was like, all right, fam. But they did look, but David Stern turned the NBA around. Michelangelo the same.
Mm-hmm.
These are all people that people looked at crazy when they tried to do something. And then they did it. And now they looked at like one of the greats.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is not me caping for Buddy, because I know that part of his issues is being involved in a system where the majority of the people are white.
Yeah.
But if you watch the documentary and that's the first thought that came to your mind, bruh, like he having a breakdown, you could tell. And instead of cutting the camera off, was Cootie supposed to say, hey man, what's your exception with white people? Like, dude, that sounds stupid. That sounds stupid. Hey man, what's your obsession with white people, fam? You can tell my man is really having a breakdown, and if you've seen this man and you've been around this man off and on for 20 years, you know how he was in 2002, 2003, 2004. He ain't the same person. We have all been around homies that we've all had a situation that we've been around homies and then we haven't been around them for a while. And then you get back around them and you like, man, buddy ass off a little bit. That's the Ye situation.
And Cootie mentioned that he could tell that Kanye wasn't the same and all that stuff like that. But that's not anything that he's gonna, especially on camera. He's not gonna do that while he's filming, bro. He's not going, hey dog, you cool? You know what I'm saying? That's not a conversation that he's gonna have while he's filming these moments. And I guess whoever it is that wrote this article, that's what he was looking for. He was pretty much watching this documentary to see if that was going to be documented. And that's not what this documentary is about. This documentary is about, bro.
Right. If you look at the documentary was more than just the rise of Kanye West. It was the rise of Kanye West seen through the lens of somebody who expected greatness out of this man. But in turn, with the greatness happened, they split as he went. Mm-hmm. I was even more shocked that people didn't. I'm shocked that people wasn't out here talking about, nobody want to know the story about Cootie, nigga. But if you look at the story, that was a story, and then how they got back together. Mm-hmm. But then when Cootie gets to him, you see that shit. And even at one point, I forgot where they were at, but he put the camera to himself, was like, yo, we all praying for Ye, yada, yada, yada. Another thing is, I like the fact that when he had that breakdown, all those people came to see Buddy. Mm-hmm. So when he had that breakdown and everybody up in that room and he talking to him and all that shit, was Dame Dash supposed to come up to him and be like, yo, bro, hey, why you want to be white? Why he's having a breakdown? Like, I get people be wanting to do they think pieces and shit.
Yeah.
But this is the wrong, I thought that was the wrong way of taking that think piece. Because if you look at going from episode 2 into episode 3, one thing that scared me, now I ain't gonna front, it scared me because I know how I am when it comes to doing what I want to do, is being held back from shit. And trying to overcome that, and how that could drive you mad.
Yep.
That could drive you crazy when people keep telling you that you can't do this or do that and putting you in the box. That could drive you mad.
Yeah.
And then add that to the fact that your mom's dead and you getting all this fame. That's where we want to go with the white stuff.
Yeah.
That was a many different way. I would have rather you said, man, I ain't want to hear about Cootie's story. I want to learn more about Kanye West. And yeah, some shit that cut. I mean, even though I do like that part of the story, I'm just saying I would have rather him said that shit. Mm-hmm. And the fact of the matter is yeah, Kanye looked at that rough cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he looked at that shit. But he probably looked at shit just, hey man, I got some issues.
And I think that's where that's pretty much the only part of the documentary that he might have wanted to have a say-so in. It's the last part.
Yeah,
I don't think he could. I think that was it. Part 3. I think part 3 is where he wanted to might have his hand.
Like, let me go look at that shit because I know I was out here bad. But the fact that my man was turning the camera down, oh shit, let me turn this motherfucking camera off, buddy ass tweak.
Yeah.
Come on. And you saw the time, and the other part about it is the timeline of the tweak. He saw it, and then he was like the next day. Damn, it's almost like you saw the tweaks happen in real time. Yep. Like you was there.
Yeah.
And you saw the run for president. I was like, oh, what was even eye-opening was his father.
Yeah.
Oh, his father, the conversation with his father.
In the van or in the car when they're on FaceTime on.
And then it's homie in the back. Oh, we got him, Pops, man. Shut your ass up.
Is he like, yo, chill out, bro.
Chill out, bro. He don't even know you. I grew up with him. That's my son. He come
Mm-hmm.
from me. Like, let me talk to
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
But even his father, like, hey man, it's just different ways you want to have to go about it
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Like, somebody who got my father around, I thought that was dope. What was your thoughts on all of that shit though?
It was dope to actually see that footage, like all of that, especially when they were like in Wyoming. Obviously, he got his house, the ranch, the land. So it was good that Cootie was able to be out there and get some of that footage. Obviously we saw Dame Dash out there, we saw Justin Bieber out there, and we saw that he was out there recording. It's obviously some of the music that came from that. It's not my
Yeah.
favorite. It's not my favorite music. That he's put out. I'm gonna say this. What was dope to see though was when I think his first time getting back up with Kanye or even seeing him prior to like the iFest. After the iFest, it was the Madison Square Garden, the Madison Square Garden joint with the Life of Pablo listening session.
Yeah.
So it was
Go ahead.
good that he was able to get that was some dope footage that he got when he was up there with Kanye on stage. And what I'm saying, they was playing some of the songs
Yeah, that was
and everything like that
dope.
with Pusha. You got Pusha up there, you had Big Sean up there, Kid Cudi, and all that shit like that. That was really, really dope. And I
remember
remember
watching that live.
watching that shit live. We was watching that shit live, bro. So it's dope to actually see that he was there to get that footage. And it was and and that wasn't even on like Kanye telling him like, yo, I want you to be with me. Cootie was just happened to be like, yo, Kanye finna be at the garden. I need to be there. I need to
Right.
get this. This man having this man releasing his fashion line, and I need to be there for that. So Cootie always made himself be in the right place at the right time, even if it wasn't him necessarily working with Kanye. Like this wasn't like how part 1 and part 2 is, where what I'm saying, we already know that he following Ye around and they getting all this footage. Everything else kind of just happened like sporadically and just like out of the blue and just spur of the moment type footage, which I thought was really dope. So it was good to see that. And the Jesus is King, like we got to see the footage, we got to see some of the footage from that studio session and anything like that. So that was pretty much dope. Obviously, we talked about Jesus is King on here, and not some of again him recording some of that audio and anything like that. Not some of our favorite work, but at the end of the day, it's Kanye in a different element than what we normally used to seeing him. So it's good. Like I'm glad that we were able to see that, to see all, like we've seen different parts of Ye in different moments of his life when it came to music, fashion, or whatever. Like any behind the scenes footage that we were able to see that nobody else saw prior, it was dope to see, man. So I enjoyed it overall.
But I can tell you part that made me upset.
Which part?
Oh man. The Grammy after party. But my
Oh,
man kept
that
calling him
was
stupid.
tough. That was a tough watch. That was tough, bro. That was tough. That was tough to watch,
Woo!
dude.
When I say that part hit home for me.
That was tough.
Oh, when I tell you that part was tough to watch because I've been there.
Yeah.
Like, I won't name the artist or the artist, but I know how helpful I was
Mm-hmm.
because I was playing their shit when nobody else was. I was giving them interviews and putting them on when nobody else was. And as has been admitted, they got looks in other stations because of the look and the shine that I gave them.
Mm-hmm.
And then years later, you see them and they act like you don't exist. That's why, for me, one of the things that, and sometimes it's to my detriment, but for my mental health, it is number one. When I was in DC, when I knew somebody from the crib was coming, I didn't act like that person knew me
Mm-hmm.
or had history with me or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want it to be a situation where I'm talking this, oh yeah, man, I was playing buddy ass music back here. Boom, boom, boom. We put him on. Shit, I got his number. Yeah, we was cool back then, you know, boom, boom, boom. And then you see him and it's like, oh, what's your name? Oh, okay, J.R. Bang. Oh, okay, cool. Cause that I didn't do that one day, but with this one particular artist, buddy ass walked up in my office, in my studio, and I know he's been around me plenty of times.
Mm-hmm.
And I got the math. And buddy ass act like he ain't know who I was. And niggas was like, yo, hey, you from the, like, yeah, ain't you from Chicago Bang? You know such and such? I was like, yeah, what's good? Nigga was like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at me like I was like some broody. I went back in my office, was like, all right, well, y'all do the interview. And my mans came back out and was like, man, thought Chicago niggas know everybody from Chicago. I was like, yeah, they do, but we won't even go there. And
Yeah.
I ain't never had no bad interaction with this person.
Mm-hmm.
That's the other part about that. Like, it's happened to me a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
The only time that it didn't work, like that it worked in like a different way, is when Rotimi came up, and I just was like, I'm gonna go get him from the elevator because I know y'all doing y'all show.
Mm-hmm.
And he came in to the vestibule, and I was like, "Yo, what's good, fam?" And he looked at me like, "Wait a minute,
Mm-hmm.
bang!"
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah. Oh shit, what you doing out here? And then when he got up in the studio, he told everybody in the studio how me and Big Mad was the first people to give him interviews and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the people in there was like, yo, that's my man's. And like talking about Rotimi. He's like, yeah, that's my man's. I did this. He was like, no, Bang helped me out so much.
Mm-hmm.
We even did X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
And when he left, folks was like, yo, what you do? And I was like, man, don't even worry about it. That's old shit. So when I saw Cootie doing that interview and he kept calling him cheeky,
Yeah.
and I was like, yo, I know he got to be feeling sick because he got to be feeling sick. It's you go play your game, fam. You see what I'm doing. Close my door. But nah, you see what you he was there at the beginning. He believed in you when Marks didn't believe in you. Enough that he was like, yo, let me go get the camera. He's been in your house. He slept in your house. He's done all of this. You win your next round of Grammys and you slap. You can't be that slap to not know who he is.
Bruh, that was tough.
And at the end of it, you can tell, like, I didn't catch the audio, but he like, man, hey man, stop calling me cheeky. He called him the nigga that ain't from the crib. He called him the man that met at MTV. That shit blew me.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, I probably would have stole off yet. Or during the interview, I would have stopped that shit like, fam, don't call me buddy ass name like that one more. I would have stopped the interview like, nah, we good. Cause then I would have been like, you know what? Homie slapped. I ain't trying to put him on TV, trying to do this interview with him slap.
Yeah.
So don't even worry about it. But me, it's either that or I would have muffed his ass. Like, fam, stop calling me him. You know who I am.
Yeah.
But again, I felt them because I've been in that position where you the forgotten one.
Mm-hmm.
They forget about you out of what you did, or you think they forgot about you, because it probably was a lapse in judgment. He's slapped because we seen what that man do off Hennessy.
Yeah.
When
Oh yeah.
Took the shit from Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
But to that was not Nelson, what's my man name on The Simpsons? Ralph.
Ralph.
When you saw his heartbreak in real time,
Yeah.
was the second time he called him cheeky. The first one, it was like, all right, he slapped. The second one, it was like, third time, I would have muffed him. It wouldn't have been no fourth or fifth time, G. But overall, man, I thought it was very eye-opening. Looking at it, try to get a man breaks now. Because in vulnerable moments, you get to see how my man there, but there's a lot of change.
Mm-hmm.
I just hate when he put his white voice on.
I hate it.
I hate his white voice.
I hate his. And
I
that's
hate
one
Kanye's
of the.
white voice.
And when I was reading that article, the only thing that's one of the moments when you say the obsession with whiteness is he switched his voice literally changed. Like he changed his voice on his own. Like Ye talked a certain way, and then when it got to like around the time when Yeezus came out, that's when the voice change kind of kicked in.
Yeah, I hate that shit. I hate his voice.
I never understood that when he did interviews how he pronunciated his words when he literally was just like talking in a different
I just
kind of
want
slang.
to be with my people.
I never got that. I never understood.
I hate that shit. I hate his over the phone voice.
Never understood how he, maintained that. And I think he still continues to do that to this day. Not as much though.
No, he did it in the he did it in the brunch thing. You seen the brunch?
Nah, I didn't see that.
The Black Futures brunch
using the white voice.
Yeah, dude, using the white voice.
Yeah,
Black
I don't know what
creators.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
should be put on pedestals.
Yeah, I don't know what
Virgil, Balenciaga.
Yeah, that's Ye right there.
Ralph Lauren. Like I hate the over the phone voice.
Yeah, that's that.
I hate
Kanye.
that shit.
That's that new Kanye.
I don't want to hear no rapper or I don't want to hear no artist over the phone voice. Jay-Z got a little bit of that shit too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Not like Nas is the only rapper that just sounds the same anytime he talk, everywhere he talk. I don't know, it's because sometimes Jay-Z might talk amongst white people, so it sound like it changed.
Yeah.
But sometimes Jay-Z be on this, a
little bit,
Basquiat, and it sound like my man is like talking to like ComEd about his bill.
Oh, excuse me.
Like it's sometimes like it's like, sir, my bill says $336. I understand that, but I got an extension and I paid $150 at the same time, so my bill shouldn't be $336. Can we get this rectified, sir? Thank you. These marks be talking like they trying to change their ComEd bill, and it irritates the hell out of me, fam. Like I don't even talk like this during like when I have interviews. I don't. So how you doing? Yeah. So tell us about yourself. Well, I'm from Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah.
I currently live in Plainfield, Illinois. I'm from Chicago, Illinois.
There you go.
Yeah, so I have 3 kids and I got a beautiful wife.
I think when it comes to Hove, I think he knows when to kind of like turn it on, turn it off.
Yeah, I have a
7-year-old
on April Fool's Day.
That ain't so he keeping it all the way real.
Yeah, like
at all times. What
I'm saying is, especially in Kanye's case, man, my man hit that. You don't have the answer, Sway. And he really sound like Dennis the Menace or some shit. Yeah. It's like, yo, that would be blowing me. Like, let's leave the over the phone voice for when you talking to AT&T trying to get your bill down. Leave the over the phone voice there. When you're around your people, man, stay away from the over the phone voice. And Kanye he has to fix his over the phone voice. It's the worst.
Mm-hmm.
I understand what he is doing. I'm just saying that he gotta put some bass in it a little bit. Just fix it. Just tweak it. Cause
Ain't no tweaking it.
Kanye go from sounding like 79th in May to, hey, sir, I'm calling because I received my bill from you, from Comcast, for 300, and it says that I had a technician come out, and for a technician it cost 100. But the reason why the technician came out because it was an error on your part. So how can we get this $100 removed from my bill? Thank you. Sir, no, I am not. As you see, I have not raised my voice. I am cool. I am calm. I am collective. I'm just trying to see how we can fix this situation. Thank you. Can I please speak with a manager? Thank you. Like, that's how they sound.
Yeah.
So, now one thing I will, before we move on, now knowing the story behind Cootie and Kanye's relationship, what would you have, and knowing that they were apart for a while, got back together, so there's a lot of shit that he missed.
Oh yeah.
So thinking about what he was there for, not what he missed, what he was there for, from what we saw, what would you have liked to saw more of in the documentary?
More late registration sessions.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't there for graduation.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, you saw that? You saw that, huh? You saw that? I was waiting. I was gonna say something, but I figured you was gonna get the notification too, so I'll let you be disappointed. Ladies and gentlemen, listeners of Some Dude Pod right now, Bang has got a notification that says Aaron Rodgers is likely to return to the Green Bay Packers for the 2022-2023 season. Back to the ghetto you go, Chicago Bears. Bears fans thought they saw a light at the end of the tunnel, and that was Aaron Rodgers leaving. They was talking about that motherfucker might have came to the Washington Commanders. No, bro. Stay your ass away from the NFC East. We good. Keep dominating the North. Oh, come over into the East. We don't want none of that smoke.
That's some bullshit, man. Fuck this. Man, fuck this Kanye doc, man.
Oh, man.
Fuck everything. That shit just blew me.
I'm sorry.
Why this shit be happening during the pod, though?
Should have put your phone away, bro.
I saw the alert first for my Apple Watch.
Damn. Sorry, bro. But who's the source on that, though? Like, who's the source? Who's the source? I find that so they must have. There's a widespread belief.
That's bullshit, fam. Like, this massive. Leave me the fuck alone, Aaron Rodgers.
Bro, you probably want to make one more run at it, dog.
Fuck that shit. You're not making it to the Super Bowl with them. Go somewhere else. Go. Leave me alone. Man.
Live breakdown on the pod right now by J.R. Banks.
This man is like the bane of my fucking existence. You do all this shit for a year and a half just to come back? Just to come back? What's the point? What was the point? Oh, my God.
Bang is pissed right now, y'all. This reaction is classic right here. This is a classic Some Dude Pod moment right now. I'm sorry, Bang.
What was the point? What was the point of doing all that shit?
I don't disagree with you. When he made the IG post,
all that shit.
He made the IG post of all that shit like that, talking about some, oh yeah, he just did that because he just got done, you know what I'm saying, cleansing or whatever, fuck like that, bro. It's not like, it looked like he was trolling at that point.
What was the point? Like, what was the point of all of this? It was literally no point in none of this. This was the most pointless QB feud to a team of all time. It was no point.
Just hold
To
on, though,
do
man.
what,
There's still a
man?
chance. There's still a chance. You just never know what might transpire within the next couple weeks or some shit like that, bro. I guess that's a widespread belief. Motherfuckers just might got their hopes up, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Aaron Rodgers might have, said some things that they thought they might have liked or whatever like that in meetings or phone calls or whatever. But it could be a chance that he might be trolling still. He could be
Now
still
I
trolling.
believe it. Because they cutting all they working with the salary cap and all this shit with folks. I seen it coming. But I was
But you're right though. What can they possibly do with that team? What pieces are they gonna
they
put
not
together on that
winning, they
team?
not winning shit. He's not winning shit on there. I just don't want him to do that shit against us. He's not beating none of the man, he a hoe, fam.
Hey, you just gotta focus on your team at this point, bro. You just look. This gotta be the surge of Justin Fields, dog. He gonna have to be a superstar this year, Joe. That's all. And he gonna have to dethrone that man. The man ain't Thanos, bro. You know what I'm saying? He can be beat. And it's clear. You can see that he's beatable. Y'all team just gotta figure out how to do it. That's all, man. I think that's where you need to focus your energy at as a fan. And I think that's where the organization needs to focus on, is not being upset that man is still around, but focus on how y'all gonna knock that nigga down. You know what I'm saying? That's what needs to be the focus. All right. At the end of the day, bro, he won the MVP. I don't think he probably should have won it, but I mean, he played elite football. But at the end of the day, his team was beatable, and their team got beat by Jimmy Garoppolo. All right. So at the end of the day, you see that he can be defeated. So as a fan, somebody who knows the game, knows the sport, knows their football team, and know what y'all have, in y'all future with y'all quarterback and y'all new GM and new head coach, y'all need to focus on that. That's what y'all need to focus on. It's how y'all go dethrone that man. All right? Just look at it that way, babe. Like, look at it that way. That's just me speaking as, I'm saying, a friend. A friend of a fan, of a team that has a problem getting over the hump because Aaron Rodgers is the hump. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got on that, Bang. Y'all, Bang is like got his head down, bro. Like, he is upset. This is a classic moment, bro. I can't wait for y'all to see this. My man's hurt right now. He hurt. Matter of fact, he is like what his shirt says right now. Broke. Heartbroken. That's what Bang is right now. Bang has said it on this pod over and over again. Has said his disinterest of Aaron Rodgers and his dislike for the man, and he is ready for him to go away. And he just won't go away. Apparently, according to these articles that have just been, released.
He just need to go away and leave me alone.
I'm gonna be optimistic though, Bang. I'ma still say it. I don't think he gonna come back.
He coming back, fam.
I don't think he gonna come back, man. I think he might retire, bro.
He coming back.
He trolling right now, bro. He's
been trolling us for a year and a half, fam.
He trolling, bro. He trolling.
He been trolling us for almost a full 2 years. He coming back.
I'm sorry, Bang. I'm sorry you feel that way, bro.
And I'm tired of, dude. Like, it was no point of doing none of this. There's no point in doing none of this for almost 2 years. It was no point. Why? What was the point, Aaron? What was the point? To get Randall Cobb back? That's why you did this?
So he could get Devontae Adams back.
It's lame, fam. Buddy ass.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Back to the ghetto you go. Oh my god.
Man, some dude pod.
Yeah.
Ja Morant. Before we get out of here.
Refocus, man. Refocus. It's gonna be all right.
Ja Morant out here with shoot. He shot the greatest shot I've ever seen in my life.
The greatest buzzer beater of all time.
It's not even close for me. That's the greatest buzzer beater of all time.
Not close.
My man was about to fall out of bounds.
Shout out to Steven Adams on the pass. A
Yeah,
full court
a
pass
full court pass too.
to the
Um,
corner of the court.
yeah, people. He's been in the MVP conversation for most of the year.
Yeah. With 0.4 seconds, bro. He got that
Yeah,
shot off with 0.4 seconds, G. Come on, man.
like, what are your thoughts on Ja Morant now? And the bigger question is, like, LeBron, well, maybe two. Well, I ain't gonna say two. I ain't even gonna do Bron like that after Tom Brady just did what he did. So let's say Bron got 5 years left,
Mm-hmm.
right? KD is in what, year 13?
Mm-hmm.
Chris Paul, like a lot of the people that we've been celebrating are like their mid to late 30s now. And they're on their way out, or at least on their way from their prime. Like even James Harden is 33. Jimmy Butler is 33. Dame Lillard, I think, is like 32, 33.
Mm-hmm.
So you start looking at the younger players, those players that back when like when Mike retired, AI came into play, and Tim Duncan came into play, and Shaq came into his own, and then we got Kobe Bryant, and we got Kobe and Tim Duncan winning all the rings and stuff, and then LeBron James comes in, what was it, 2000 what 3
Mm-hmm.
draft, he comes in, so he's coming of age and stuff, and Carmelo Anthony and Dwayne Wade, and I think the only two that's left from that draft class, I believe, is LeBron and Carmelo, right?
Yep. Yep.
So
And Chris Paul was in that class, no?
I thought he was in the year before that.
Maybe year before. Yeah, year before. Yeah.
But either way, they're getting older.
Yeah.
And even the KDs and the James Hardens and Russell Westbrooks, are getting a bit older. AD didn't turn out the way people thought he was going to turn out. I don't care what nobody say.
AD to the Bulls, what they talking about?
Oh yeah, whatever.
But yeah, go ahead though.
So like going to these new, like these younger players, like a Giannis, um, like a LaMelo Ball, Anthony Edwards, players like that, Zion. I just think Zion don't want to be in New Orleans, and I don't think he ever wanted to be in New Orleans. I think this has been stirring ever since he got drafted, and he didn't want to ask for a trade.
Mm-hmm.
Like he didn't want to tell New Orleans, "Don't pick me." He didn't want to do it Eli Manning. I don't think he never ever wanted to be in New Orleans. He wanted to be with the Knicks, and sooner or later he's going to be with the Knicks.
Yep.
But going to Ja Morant, I have a hot take.
Okay.
I think Ja Morant, along with Giannis, are going to be the two players that we're going to have conversations about being GOATs about when it's all said and done.
Okay.
What I mean by that is, I'm not saying that they're GOAT now. Not saying that they're top whatever. I'm saying that when they are in year 15, 16, 17, God willing, my sons and your daughter and the young folks are going to say, they're going to talk about Giannis and Ja Morant in the same light as people talk about people in their eras being the greatest of all time.
I don't disagree with
Thoughts?
that at all. I don't
Okay.
disagree. I don't disagree with that at all. At this moment in time, Ja Morant is the greatest show on the court right now. He is he's must see TV at this point.
Right.
And when we talk about Ja Morant, he gets the Allen Iverson comparison, he gets the Derrick Rose comparison, and fair enough because their games are very similar. You
And as
know,
long as they stay healthy, I want to
long,
make sure that's again.
as long as they stay healthy, especially with Ja Morant, being the size he is, like he kind of like matches up size wise with Derrick Rose, but he also does the same type of things that Allen Iverson did, same
Right.
things Derrick Rose did, and obviously, what I'm saying, Derrick Rose was more injury. He suffered, injuries, and they played, sort of the same styles. You know what I'm saying? Small ball, but you know what I'm saying, flyer at the rim, gets to the rim, everything like that, high jumpers and shit like that. And you know, that's when you watch that, you obviously don't want to see the injuries, but in comparison, that's must see TV shit right there.
Yeah.
And when AI did it, he played an MVP status. When Derrick Rose did it, he youngest MVP. You know what I'm saying? So it's beautiful to see, man. It's good to see. And you at this moment in time, yeah, Joe, he's in the MVP conversation. If he continues to play like this, and at the end of the day, he continues to keep his teams in contention, you know what I'm saying, to make runs in the playoffs, he's gonna be mentioned in that light. He's gonna be mentioned with the great ones, when it's
Yeah.
all said and done. When it's all said and
And
done, I have no disagree with anything you said.
and the thing is when he came, I wanted to say this year one. I actually wanted to say this year one, but I was like, you know what? Let me wait and hold off. But I want to say this year one. Um, I remember seeing him in the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
The first game in the tournament, he yammed on somebody nasty.
Yeah.
And I was in my office like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, when he gets to the league, Buddy Ass gonna be special.
Yeah.
And we got to the league. I think what overshadowed it is how popular Zion Williamson was,
Mm-hmm.
and that he wasn't playing.
And let me ask you this:
Go ahead.
does that help his case right now? Is it kind of like a good thing when it comes to him being MVP talk that there's no Zion Williamson right now? To be
At
like,
this point,
because when
nah.
you look at it, when they're gonna compare, when you looking at it, they're gonna compare those two. Because
At
people
that,
say
I
if
think it's
Zion
done.
wasn't hurt half the season,
Nah, I think
he
that
would have
shit's a
won
wrap.
Rookie of the Year. So
No,
he light years ahead of that shit at this
I
point.
think that shit's a wrap officially
Okay.
because I think, and I think Zion is the one who's taking himself out of that
Mm-hmm.
because when Zion did came back, he was a beast.
Beast.
27 and 27
He was
points.
playing. He was playing elite
I
basketball.
forgot, I forgot how many of the other shits, but I know he was averaging 27. He was a beast.
Yeah.
And last year, like Ja was dealing with some injuries too,
Mm-hmm.
but he was still killing. But this year, I believe that comparison is now done and they'll be on equal footing because technically he's done it for 3 years now. Like I think the most pressing issue is where Zion is going to play in the next year or two. Because again, I think a lot of this is injury, but I think a lot of this is I don't want to play for them.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we still I don't think Zion is going the way of Greg Oden and
I don't think
Sam
so either.
Bowie. I
I don't
don't
think
think
so.
that's going to be the case. I just think now, matter of fact, I'll use the 84 draft for an example. Um I'll use the 84 the 84 draft for an example because the number one pick in the draft was Akeem Olajuwon. Number 3 was Michael Jordan. Number 2 was Sam Bowie, whatever. But when we look at Michael Jordan and we look at Akeem Olajuwon, we look at them as two goats.
Mm-hmm.
Many people consider Hakeem Olajuwon one of the greatest centers, if not the greatest center of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's people that would say Hakeem Olajuwon is the greatest center of all time. Not me,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, that's to me Zion because I don't think Zion foot gonna be broken every year. and then next thing you know, he's an assistant high school coach.
At the end of the day, Zion knock off that weight, he gonna have.
Yeah, that's what I said. I don't think it's that. I just think
He
it's just
good.
the injury. I don't think again, I don't think it I think I mean, if anything, it's more Joel Embiid more than anything. Once
Yeah.
certain things come into play, boom. I don't think this is a Odin thing. I don't think this is a Sam Bowie thing.
Yes.
Where I mean, I don't well, let me not say Sam Bowie, because Sam Bowie played over 10 years in the league. I don't think this is a Greg Oden thing where we don't see him in the league no more. I think this is more of a potentially can be a Akeem Olajuwon and Michael Jordan thing where you had two of the top players in that year's draft who is going to be two of the top players for years to come.
But
I
I think
just think go ahead.
but I think in you know what I'm saying, just to piggyback off that, you hit it right on the head when you said Joel Embiid. I think, like you said, I think that's the best comparison to this. I think when it comes to Zion,
Right.
it's Joel Embiid. That's what
I just think that when and Zion could very well be in this once he gets in the Knick uniform because he's gonna want to show off. But I think what I'm 40, so I think at 55, I'm gonna be looking at my son, who in 15 years from now will be 22, and then my other son would be what, it's like 16, and the other one be 14. I think when they get to talking and having their sports conversations, Zion, LaMelo, Ja, Giannis are going to be the people where they say are the GOATs. And we argue with them saying, fam, you wasn't watching LeBron, and you wasn't watching Michael Jordan, and if the great grands are still around, you wasn't watching Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I think they're going to be in that type of conversation 15, 20 years from now, assuming that they all stay healthy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my hot take on that. Yeah, but that's it for the show.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Do you have any hot takes? You good? You straight?
No, a hot take. I'm still gonna stick with Aaron Rodgers. Ain't playing for the Packers.
Man, fuck dude, fam.
Dang, you just had a classic moment on the pod, bro. Of disheartening. Like it was so disheartening to see you that way, bro.
What's crazy is what irritates me, fam, is he did all of, if he does come back, he did all of this for nothing. It's very diva-ish. It's very spoiledish. He did all of this for nothing, to the point where Green Bay better win a title next year.
You would have thought they was gonna win the title when him and Devontae Adams posted their last dance bullshit.
Yeah, like,
you know what I'm saying? Like
I'm going to call this on the show. This is my other hot take.
Okay.
The Green Bay Packers have to win the Super Bowl next year. They have to. Or Aaron Rodgers, his legacy is going to take a turn for the worse. And what I mean by that is this. Talent-wise, he's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. Yeah. And and people see him as such. But watch how the tide turns when they start talking about how weak the North Division has been since he's been in the NFL. Mm-hmm. The Bears and the Minnesota Vikings and have not sustained anything, and Detroit ain't been nothing. So when he goes to the playoffs, he starts going up against tougher competition. And then when he starts to go up against tougher competition, what happens? He fails. He falters. The tide gonna start turning on that boy if he don't win the Super Bowl with Green Bay next year. So you know what? Come back. Come back, Aaron Rodgers.
There you go.
Come back. This ain't got nothing to do with the Bears right here. Come back, Aaron Rodgers. Go back to Green Bay. Because all this stuff you did for a year and a half, almost 2 years, you gotta win the Super Bowl.
But see, look, this gonna play in y'all favor because I think y'all can dethrone the man. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He is beatable. He beatable, man. He ain't unstoppable. He just lost to Jimmy Garoppolo in Lambeau. He's beatable.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool
Y'all
with
can
that.
y'all can
But
y'all
this
can
ain't
dethrone the
again. But
man.
Mike, this
Wouldn't
ain't
it be
about the Bears.
that would be
But
sweet though.
that would
That
be
would be
great.
sweet.
But Mike, this ain't about the Bears.
Yeah, I feel you.
This has nothing to do with my Bears. This has everything to do with Aaron Rodgers, not even the Green Bay Packers. This has everything to do with him. He's went to the NFC Championship and laid eggs. He has not pulled his team out to win it. He lost to Jimmy Garoppolo in special teams. He got to win, and he got to win next year. He has to win next year because even Green Bay fans going to be like, fam, we did all of this, and you still can't take us to the Super Bowl?
This is a recipe for disaster
We
for the
could have
Packers,
did this
bro.
with him
Don't trip. It
because
ain't gonna
the
happen. They're
thing
not
is,
winning.
because here's the thing. I guarantee you there's some Green Bay Packers fans that's sitting there like, yo, we could win the North without him. We still the best team in the North.
I don't think so, but
No,
yeah,
I'm just saying
that's what
there's
Packers fans are saying. Yeah.
Packers fans because
Hell no.
honestly, I think technically they would still be the best team in the North because we still got some stuff we need. Bears, Minnesota, I don't trust. And Detroit, whatever.
I would say Minnesota would be the best team.
I don't trust
Or
Minnesota.
the Bears.
That defense getting a little bit old.
Okay.
I don't trust Kirk Cousins. I do love their running back situation, both of them,
And they wide receiver situation.
and they wide receiver. But I just don't trust the quarterback. And I
Okay.
think, and the Bears was beating them the year before.
Yeah.
You know, they just didn't like who they was coaching. But anyway,
I feel you though, man.
but even if it is, I don't care. The fact that y'all keep winning the North and that's it, it means nothing. And I'm gonna use a team as an example. We didn't get to this. Don't really need to. Baseball cut their first 2 series, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thought here.
It's discouraging. It's disheartening.
Yeah.
You know? I hope they get it together, and I hope they get it together fast. I don't want the season to start in May, June. I don't want to miss 2 months of baseball.
So I'm glad that you said that. That don't even matter to me. You don't want to know why? Because that's cool. I got that. It's cool. But the reason why I brought up baseball, how many times when you think about great teams and great organizations, people talk about the Atlanta Braves of the 90s?
So how often do they talk about them?
Yep.
Not often.
And they one of the best organizations in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
But how many Super Bowls do they got? How many World Series do they got?
The Atlanta Braves, did they win the World Series in the 90s?
They won one.
One, yeah.
They won one.
Mm-hmm.
They kept going to the playoffs. They go to the NLCS.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll lose. They got one World Series out of all of them joints that they won in the 90s. They only got one Super Bowl. I mean, one World Series.
Mm-hmm.
One of them.
Yeah.
One. If that report is true and Aaron Rodgers comes back, they got to win next year. Or Green Bay Packers fans going to be like, yo, buddy, you could bounce. Because we're better than the division. If it was just about winning the division,
yeah,
we could go over here.
Yeah.
We want a chip. The one thing that I say about the Green Bay Packers organization and fans, Title Town and all of them, they want them rings. They want them chips. They want that. Brett Favre got us how many? One. We went to 2 Super Bowls. We won one. We ain't even went to another Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
You got your one. We ain't been back since. We keep getting our Susan Lucci on. You can still be the most talented quarterback of all time because Greg Maddux to me, you know how much I fuck with Greg Maddux. I think Greg Maddux is one of the best pitchers of all time.
Okay.
Tom Lavin is one of the best left-handed pitchers of all time. Steve Avery is one of the best five men.
Mm-hmm.
John Smoltz is a pitcher, go to the closer position.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I could keep going with that. Or Terry Pendleton, Ron Gant, Deion Sanders,
Mm-hmm.
Fred McGriff. Whole bunch of cold ass players on that squad.
Chipper Jones.
Yeah, Chipper Jones, Andrew Jones.
Mm-hmm. Who will be in the Hall of Fame eventually. Should
but
be.
they only got one World Series. So people don't talk about them like they probably should because they only got one.
In the 90s, well, two now.
In the 90s.
Yeah.
Where they dominated.
Yeah.
Until it got to the playoffs. Fam, you only gonna get love for dominating the NFC North for so long. Go to the Super Bowl. Go win one. Your ass decide to come back, and y'all ass go 13 and 4? Get a bye and lose to the Cardinals?
Yeah.
Get your clown ass out of here, fam.
Y'all heard it here first. That's what's gonna happen.
Shout out to my man B Dot. He up in there. He said, "I'm a Packers fan and I want him gone." He a diva, fam. He did all this shit for that. Look, whatever, man. Go ahead and end this off, Mike.
Y'all already know what it is, man. Some Dude Pod. Make sure y'all rate. Make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all subscribe. If you are listening to us on Apple Podcasts, you can drop a review. You can rate us on there. We're available on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the What Digital. Follow us on IG at Some Dude Pod. Follow us on Twitter at Some Dude Pod. How many World Series appearances did the Atlanta Braves make in the 90s?
I
have to go back and look at that.
2, I think.
2 or 3, I think.
I think it was 2 because they lost to the Yankees. I think they lost because they won this year.
Mm-hmm.
So that's dope. But they won in 95. I know that. That was the one they won in 95.
5 times.
Yeah. They won a lot.
They went to the World Series 5 times in the 90s.
And what happened?
They only won 1.
Only won 1. Dave Justice.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Dave Justice.
Yeah.
Yep, they went 5 times. They advanced to the World Series 5 times in the 90s. 91, 92, 95, 96, 97. And they won against the Cleveland Indians.
Yep.
Because the Cleveland Indians lost to them and they had lost to the Florida Marlins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. They not even that. Green Bay not even that. Green Bay ain't even the Atlanta Braves.
A-Rod ain't coming back, I don't think. But hey, make sure y'all follow us.
Because they going to the NFC Championship game and losing in wild card weekend.
Favre ain't coming. Rodgers ain't coming back, bro. It's okay, man. It's okay. Make sure y'all follow us on Twitter as well.
He gotta go, G. He gotta go. He gotta go. He did all of that for what? Mike, what did he do all this for?
Hey, y'all missed it. Hey, shout out to B-Dot. Shout out to Coach Moses. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
Mike,
GG.
just answer that question. What did he do that for? What did he do all this for?
I'm with you.
What was the point of all of this? There was literally no point for you to get back Randall Cobb.
Y'all should have.
You did that hissy fit to bring back Randall Cobb, G? Randall Cobb. We serious, fam? Because that's really the big acquisition that they got. We did all this to get Randall Cobb, G? Come on, fam. That's a clown. You did this all to get a fourth wide receiver. Nah, G. Nah. He gonna come back. They not gonna win. He gonna get clowned. He gotta win. I'm putting the pressure on it. He gotta win it, Mike.
I'm with you.
He's
I
gotta win
agree.
it.
I'm with you 100%.
He's gotta win it. Like, if I'm a Bears fan, if any Green Bay Packer come up to me like, oh yeah, he coming back. Now we about to win everything. My answer gonna be, you better. You better. Oh, you Bears fans talk about you better. Because it's only gonna be so many times. It's only gonna be so many times.
I'm with you 100%, my boy.
That man come back and do all this just to lose 16-13 in the NFC playoffs. That's some clown. He gotta come back. And when he come back and he lose, give him hell.
Hey, B-Dot, that article got banged hot right now, bro. When that shit, we was recording, this before y'all even jumped in. Man, his reaction was pitiful. He was pitiful. He was hurt. He was hurt. He was hurt. But I'm still sticking to, I don't think he coming back.
I trust the Athletic. The Athletic be on point.
Okay.
I trust the Athletic.
But Bleacher Report is the one that reported.
No, they reported it.
Athletic reported it. Bleacher Report posted.
They just sent there because they got the article and they did their own and they sent the alert out. I do that shit every day.
Yeah.
Man.
It's okay, man.
My bad. We were supposed to end this 20 minutes ago. My bad. It's
okay, man. Make sure, look, like I said, Some Dude Pod. Make sure y'all rate, like, subscribe. If you're on Apple Podcasts, you can review us on there. And, you know what I'm saying, make sure you rate us on there as well. On YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the What Digital.
Buddy, a clown.
And make sure you follow us on Twitter at Some Dude Pod, at Mike B _CHR on IG. At JR. If you're on Facebook, make sure you like us on Facebook at Some Dude. Also, if you are in the Facebook community, hashtag Some Dude Pod, make sure you invite others to join the community as well. So y'all can get involved in the conversation and we can keep the debates going all day, all night, and on the pod. And yeah, y'all think that's just pretty much what it is, man. And make sure y'all cop some merch as well. You know what I'm saying? Merch is available. We got sweats, t-shirts, hoodies, all of that shit. Mask, even though the mask mandate getting lifted, we back. No mask, gang. No mask in the slide right now. No mask.
Hey, man, I'm still wearing mine. And if anybody try to say something to me about wearing my mask,
I'm with you, B-Dot. I think Roger's going too.
If somebody try to say something to me about wearing my mask, you better know how to fight.
Yeah, man. I mean, obviously people are gonna see plenty of people.
You better know how to fight. You better know how to fight. You better know how to fight. No, you don't have to wear your mask. Like, you ain't got to say shit. Mind your business.
I don't think anybody's gonna tell you, hey, you don't need to have your mask on.
Nah, some dude on the right, some dude on the right gonna say something, and I'm like, you know how to fight? Mind your business.
Like, yeah, I think you mind a business that don't got nothing to do with you. But hey, yeah, that's pretty much what it is, though, man. That's how we gonna end it off. We appreciate everybody for jumping in on the Twitch and on the live stream with us. We appreciate all y'all for coming through. Coach Mo, DG, B Dot. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all right now. Man, yeah, bang. That's just pretty much what it is. Aaron Rodgers got banged. I don't know why Aaron Rodgers get this nigga riled up, bro. He get this nigga riled up. He be getting him riled up.
He gotta go, fam.
He be getting riled up. Sorry, babe. We good, man.